Welcome to this video, and in this video I'll be showing you how to replicate this exact design. So this is a frictional design, that is a design I thought of. I didn't actually design it for a brand. I just sat down and then I pictured something related, that is a flyer that represents an organization in which people can book their flyer from. Alright, so I made use of Pixellab. So let's move over to our Pixellab application. So here's the design. However, we'll be replicating it. So first thing, we need to clear off the design. So this is a square sized space work. However, I made use of a rectangular kind of space work because I'm going to upload that particular design to Instagram. So I made use of Instagram post size, which is 1080 by 1350. Alright, so this is the design. Okay, so first thing, we need to import our background. Now, to make our work very easy, we can import about 4 to 5 elements or resources at the same time on Pixellab. So just click on this import, the number of times you want to import resources. So I'll try clicking it 5 times now, so that we can get about 5 resources at once. 1 2 3 4 5. Alright, so I've clicked on import now. Okay, so first thing is our background. Alright, so this is the first background which I used. Then this is the second right here. Then let's import the guy's image. Then let's import the aeroplane. Okay, so alright, so these are 4 elements. However, I'll be needing more. So before I proceed, let me just import those clouds. So I made use of 2 clouds, so I will import them now. Okay, so this is the first. Alright, let me import again. So if you don't want to use the import symbol, you are finding it difficult to get, you can click on the plus sign up here, then you click on from gallery. So you'll be taken to your gallery, so you can pick the resource you want to use. So I'll be picking the second cloud now. Alright, so this is it. Now, so that to avoid confusion, what I'll do is that I'm going to make the elements that I'm not using now invisible, so that I can use them one after the other. So this is the first element, which is the background. So I'm going to increase the size. Make sure not to increase the size from the side, it is very wrong. Okay, so you make sure to increase from the edge. So let's patiently increase this. So this is it. Then you come to relative position, put it at the middle and at the center. Okay, so you have it right here. So let's lock it, so we will not be moving the elements or the resource around. So the next is this. Okay, so now you increase this, but then look carefully at what I'm going to do, because once you check now, it looks as if something that is a resource is on another resources. All right, so what you do is that you are going to erase the end of this particular background. Okay, so you are going to erase the end. This is how you erase, so you can blend it with the background you made use of at first. Okay, so let's reduce the size of this so we can blend it properly. So we are going to reduce the opacity of this. Let's put it like this. Yeah, this is very much okay. Alright, so let's lock it so we'll not move it. So the next is this young man up here. So we are going to increase the size of this young man. Okay, so I made use of this image because it is representing the message I'm trying to pass across in this particular flyer. I'm trying to design for a particular organization in which people can book tickets. You can see this young man is resting his arm on a luggage, and then he is holding a ticket. All right, so he's holding a flight ticket. So you can see that it is representing what I want. Okay, so let us increase the first of let's crop this guy, because we don't need these empty spaces. So let's just crop it so we can effectively reduce its size at any point in time. See it right here. Okay, so let's leave this here. Okay, so now we want to at least brighten or add more contrast to this young man. So let's make it 12. Yeah, 12 is very much okay. So let's lock this. Okay, so we have it locked now. Then let me import the flyer we are replicating so that we will not make mistakes along the line. Okay, so here's the flyer that I designed that we're replicating in this particular design. So let me just reduce the size and make it invisible. So the next thing is better ways. So let's write better ways now. Let's make this one invisible. Then let's write better ways. So first off, you see this chart up here, this table. Once you click on it, you see different lines on your spacework. So first off, let's change this to 10 instead of 25. Okay, and move this to 90. 90 plus 10 will give you 100. All right, so we have that there. Then we can bring this one to be 10 to be 90, then increase this to whatever you need it to be. All right, so we have this. So we'll be using these lines in order to make sure that our design is balanced, that is, all the edges are of the same sizes, that is, our design is of the same size. All right, so first thing is better ways. So it's just the name of a brand I thought of. I don't know if better ways exist though, but it's just the name I thought of. All right, so better ways. So first off, the color that you use is blue. So in case you need the X code, that is the code for this, it is 030081, so that you can get the exact blue which I used. So I made this of Montserrat semi-bold. All right, so Montserrat semi-bold. If you don't have Montserrat semi-bold on your Pixellab application, you can actually go to Chrome to download Montserrat for free. All right, so we are going to reduce the size. Let's make the size around 25. Let's make the size 25. 25 should be very good. Okay, so we have it right there. Then you are going to move it so that you can align the end or the beginning to this particular line you have drawn there. Okay, so now the next thing we'll do is that let's make this white. Okay, because in the design I did, it was white. Okay, so let's make it white. Let's increase the opacity of this secondary source. Let's increase the opacity so that at least you'll be able to see very well what our white is about, what the white, because if you should reduce the opacity too much, this white will not come out, it will not contrast very well. Okay, so we have the logo, that is the brand name already. So the next thing we'll be needing is, let's check and see, book your international and domestic flight with us. So that's the next thing we'll be typing now. So click on this plus sign, text. You are going to write book your international and your international and domestic flight tickets with us. Right, so we have this. So the font we'll be using for this is Bibas. Okay, so we'll be using Bibas regular. Let me just search for it because of our time. So here is Bibas regular. Okay, all right, so you can check the description of this video so you can get the resources I used for this design. Okay, so let's increase the size to 61, so that at least 61 should be very good. Yeah, this is 61. Okay, we are going to reduce this. reduce this. Okay, this is far better now. All right, so this is okay. All right, so go to color. You can see that on the flyer which I did, I made this book here to be in blue color, just like this, and then I made the rest white. All right, so we have this right here. Then we are going to move this young man downward. So before you can move the image, we locked it before, so you have to unlock the image so that you can move it very well. Okay, so let's reduce the size of this young man, and then we'll move him. So increase the size a bit. Okay, all right, this should be very good. So let's lock him back. All right, so that is done. So the next thing we'll be inputting is these rectangular sizes. You can see these two rectangular shapes. So let me bring them up here so that we can import them, so that we can input them into the design. Okay, so let's put a bit of radius. Okay, and then the color is still that blue. All right, so we have this here, so we can resize this so that we can use it effectively the way we want it to be. So let's make this 34 by 4%. Yeah, this should be okay. 34 by 4%. Okay, so move it upward. Then the next thing is that you can see that we have a check mark on the design I did. Right, so from my gallery I'm going to import those check marks. Okay, check mark, I think I have it here. Okay, let me just search for it patiently. Okay, so this is it. So you can see it is in green color, but it has a background which is white. So we are going to come to erase color, and then we are going to erase the white color, and we are going to increase this. Let's leave it at 25. Should be very much okay. Then we'll change the color to white because we need it to be in white so it can contrast very well on the blue. So this is size. Yeah. Alright, so this should be very much okay. Then this particular rectangular shape, you are going to add a stroke to it. So just leave the stroke width at 2, then use this blue color. Okay, so to get the X code for that blue color, this is with 79CCFE. That is the X code for the other blue. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is to write the text that's meant to be provided on this rectangle. So let's write you can book and reserve. Okay, so let's change the font to basics. So let's make use of the medium. Okay, so we're going to change the color of this to white. Let's change it to white, and then we're going to reduce the size very well. So I can put it here. Okay, let's move this to the back a bit, this and this. Okay, so now let's copy this rectangle again, and then we can bring it to this place. Okay, so let's copy the check mark. Then let's copy this and write the second sentence. We are always here for you. Okay. Let's reduce this size. Let's reduce it to 27 or 14. 14 should be very much okay. Yes. So let's reduce the size of this to 14. Yeah, this is cool. Yes. Okay, so the next thing we have to input here is we offer what the business offers. Okay, so we're told that we offer. Then we're going to change the font of this to basics. Let's make use of the black. Okay, so let's resize it. Let's change the color to white, and then we're going to resize it to 27. Then we have to underline that. So we have it underlined already. Okay, so the next thing is to write what the business offers. So the first is airport pickup. The second is cargo services. The third is hotel reservation. And the fourth is international and local booking. Okay, so let's change the font of this to basics as well, but we'll be using the medium now. Basics, medium, and then we can resize. Let's change the color first to white, and then we can resize this to, let's make the size 16. That 16 should be very much okay. Yes. Then we can add line spacing. And this is cool. Okay. Then the buttons. So we have this. And let's copy it again. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified when I upload videos that teaches how to monetize your smartphone, and also how you can scale your design skill as a graphic designer and how you can monetize your skill. Okay, so let's move this quickly. Alright, so this should be okay here. And the last one, Very good. So the next thing we put in here is the shape. Sorry. So let's create the shape down here. Let's increase the radius and then increase the size of the shape. Okay, so the next thing is to click on the relative position so that we can put it at the center. So we have it there. Then let's create the shape. Okay, the color blue. So the next thing you do is add stroke to this. No, sorry, add stroke, the light blue, and then we're going to move this rectangle to the left so that it can align with that line that we have been following. Okay, so book now. So let's change the color to white and then change the font to basics black. Yes, so let's reduce the size. Let's reduce the size to 20. It should be good like that. Or 24. 24 is very much okay. Okay. Then our shape triangle. Let's reduce the size and rotate it to 90. And then you bring it downward. And then we'll reduce the size. Yeah, this is good. Now let's import the call icon and the WhatsApp icon. The call and the WhatsApp icon. So let's move this downward so that we can align it to the top of the rectangle. Okay, let's resize this a bit. Alright, it should be okay. Then let's copy this text. Copy, and then we are going to change it to the phone number. So this is the number. Okay, so we are going to change the color to, let's change the color to black, and also let's change the font to basics black. So we can also, okay, bring it down first, then you can increase the spacing. Let's increase the spacing. Yeah, 25 is good. Then let's import the call icon, and then we round up with this design. Okay. Okay. Don't forget to like this video and share to anyone that you feel might need this video. Okay, so let's resize this. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, so let's copy the phone number and then edit it. 70. Okay, so we're bringing it here. I'm moving it to the right hand side so that we can align it very well. Yes, this is okay. So the next is to import a venue icon, and then we can provide the address for the business. Okay, so let's go down and check for our venue icon. Okay, I think I passed it already. So let's reduce the size. Then we copy the text, so we edit it. Just like I said from the beginning of this video, this particular design is what I just thought of from my head. It's a frictional design, that is, it is not real, so this address is not real as well. Okay, it's just for the sake of this tutorial. So Lagos, and then bring it down here. Okay, so we are going to move both of them, and then we are going to centralize them. So let's move them downward a bit, so it won't be competing with those ones at the top. Okay, so this is very good. Now let's make the flyer I've done before invisible so we can see what we have done so far. Amazing, this is stunning. All right, so let's import our aeroplane and the two clouds, and then we are done for this particular design. Okay, so let me import the aeroplane. All right, so this is our aeroplane right there. Then we can move it here, and then import the two clouds. So that is the first, and there's the second. So let's resize this. Let's resize it. Okay, so we can change the contrast. Let's increase the contrast to 21. Let's increase it to 21. Yeah, and take it to the back of the aeroplane. Okay, so also this, let's increase the contrast as well to 21 and resize it. Let's resize it very well. Okay, so that is that. Stunning, this is amazing. Let's move the airplane and the cloud upward a bit. Yes, exactly. Wow, this is amazing. This is awesome. All right, so let's check if there is any other thing we are missing from the design I have done before that we are replicating. All right, so we need to import these two resources. So ensure to check the description of this video so that you can get access to the resources I used for this particular design. Okay, so let's reduce the size and then rotate it. So we have it rotated and distribute here. Then also the second one, okay, yeah, the paper plane. So let's reduce the size of this as well. Let's reduce the size, then we bring it here. Isn't this amazing? Just with our smartphone. And here we have our design made already. So let's check if everything is aligned. Let's move this a bit to the left. Okay, let's move this also to the left a bit so that it can all be properly aligned, and boom, we are done with our design. Then the next thing is to export our stunning design. And that's all. Do not forget to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get my notification anytime I upload new videos that teaches how to monetize your smartphone and how to improve your graphic design skill. See you in my next video.